the bugs. Kill them all. From Argentina. Starship Troopers.
No, that's not it.
Well, fuck you.
Thing is, all right, let's get this thing started off right. Ready?
2 seconds.
Oh my God, I've been giving you 2 seconds for the last 10 minutes.
All right, fired up. I said 2 seconds. It's okay. Sorry, not 9 minutes. Calm down.
Wow, too soon.
Too soon's never soon enough, baby. Write that down. That's what I say in the sack. Never soon enough.
Hey guys.
Why are you laughing, dog? Just get through it.
Yeah. Hey guys. Welcome to the Finger Guys. Welcome to the Bloody and Sutty show. I am SuttySmash. This is
A Bloody the Elf, welcoming you to the show.
Ow.
For derelicts, by derelicts.
And here we are.
We have a great show today. Let's talk dating apps. Let's talk about horrible stories. We actually kind of covered this once in like one of our earlier shows, and we're going to do it again because time has passed and stories
Things have happened.
have come to light. And very much worth talking about again. We'll get some good laughs, maybe some good cries, some feels, mainly laughs though. And
We'll hug it out together.
yeah, and just bad decision making. And after that, we got a stellar multiple stories for this weekend. We're gonna get real stupid. And then after that, we have got a special themed Rotten Tomatoes game. I'm gonna be dishing out the flicks, and Sutty's gonna probably.
rom-com?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
It doesn't matter. You'll figure it out once we get started. But yeah, dating. When a man gets dressed up in his finest clothes, that's way too soon. We're not at that point yet. Let's get dressed up. Let's go for a night on the town. Let's go meet a special lady and realize she's fucking nuts. That's not true. They're not all stories about crazy girls, but they are. They're all good stories.
Well, every woman in my experience, I won't say every single one, but in my experience,
Baseline 4.
Hot is, as usual, measured from 0 to 10. We're all familiar with that. Crazy is measured from 4 to 10 because, of course, there's no such thing as a woman who's not at least a 4 crazy.
every woman is crazy in varying degrees, and yeah, it's just a thing. You just gotta find that one that won't stab you, you know.
That's kind of really is. You know what? It's funny. That's a legitimate baseline where you're like, a significant number of you are gonna fail to meet that criteria.
Oh Christ. So yeah, do you want to kick it off with? Do you want to start big?
Yeah. Okay. So I've been single now for pushing a year, and been doing a little bit of dating here and there. You know, I took a little bit of time off. You know, but ultimately I was kind of ready to get back on the old horse, they say, right away. And I started using an application that I installed upon my cell phone called
Your cellular device.
my un cellular called Plenty of Fish. Now, some of you have maybe given a whirl at this. Okay, so here's my thoughts on dating apps. They're not all bad. They really aren't. It's just people trying to meet people, but typically there's a reason they're there.
Let's start there. Let's talk about this just dating apps, period, and then we'll get it.
Yeah. So I always have a fundamental question of why are you single? I'm 35 years old. Like, I'm not young anymore. It's not like, well, I just haven't met anybody yet. I just haven't found anybody special. I was married for 10 years and then got divorced. And then amicably on top of that, I'm still friends with my ex-wife. We still talk almost every day.
It's fantastic.
Which is
you
like...
You guys are much better friends.
Much better. I am a huge fucking fan of my ex-wife. How many people say that?
Yeah.
I get funny pictures of my dogs fairly regularly still. And I do miss those animals. But that's why I'm single. I feel like I'm pretty normal. I don't have an unrealistic or an unreasonable relationship with anime. I don't have a porn addiction, and I'm not into foot stuff. Fairly standard. His feet are fucking gross, dude.
Are they?
Change my mind.
Okay. I'm not gonna. I'm just.
Yeah. Okay. That's why. So it's like, it's a very easy question to find out real quick who you're talking to. So why are you still single? And but anyway, let's reel it in. Plenty of Fish. It's basically a huge group of people ranging in age from 20 to 50 plus. So you got quite a big pool here. And the thing that I kind of like about it is it's rapid fire. Like, there's probably a couple 100,000 people on it in my local area, and there's no way I'm going to get through them all. So it's just rapid fire. Let's find some girls that I find attractive, hit them up, see if they're interested. If not, oh well, move on to the next one, right?
The numbers game.
It kind of is, because it's like, look, I am not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. I've got a beard like a fucking homeless guy. I've got long hair, longer than my mom's, and I wear shirts that say diarrhea. I get it. I'm not gonna be everyone's whatever. But if you're into dudes that probably look like they ride a motorcycle or play in a deathcore band, I'm your guy. It's a niche market, and I'm aware of that, so that's why it doesn't hurt my feelings when I reach out and I get nothing back. Fine. So I am on the criteria list for a lot. If your chick likes beards, long-haired dudes, tall guys, if you're into dudes who look like they're sick, depressed with a heroin problem, I'm your guy. So essentially, I've met girls from this website, and a few of them have been, hey, you were great, no real connection, but I had a good time, I wish you the best. And some of them require a story when that shit's done, and it's really the only reason why you don't just run away immediately. I'm like, I gotta see how this shit's gonna play out. So anyway, I've got stories from meeting girls on this website. Anywho, so let's talk about one of the girls that I met. Let's bring it in.
Whoa. Okay.
So I got story options for you. I have the Catfish girl. You know about all of these because I tell you about all of them. At Catfish girl.
Everything.
Yeah, I had Catfish Girl, I had Ultra Ghetto Girl, and then I had the semi-naked girl that asks me for money.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that one.
I did too. It always slips my mind. I don't know why. It's the craziest one.
I've had that happen. I remember when I moved to California, that happened. I started seeing this chick just very briefly, and then she immediately asked me for money. Like, we went on a date, and she's like, "Hey, I need to make rent. Do you have $150 I can borrow?" I was like, "No, I don't." I mean,
absolutely
I do, not for you.
Yeah, no, I'm never giving you a dime.
And we're done.
And that's the end of that. Okay, so do you want to pick your story and I will tell it to you? Let's start with the tamest one first. Let's start with Catfish Girl. Catfish Girl is a girl that I've been talking to. I think it was over like the Christmas period, where...
Oh, that one was unfortunate too.
It was sad. Okay, so there's this girl who was seemingly really, really, really sweet. Very nice girl. We had a lot in common, like similar music, and just a nice person. She'd send pictures fairly regularly and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she would be like, "I'm at work." I'm like, "Well, what do you look like while you're at work?" And boom, work picture. Very attractive girl, very pretty. And it was weird because I'm very aware that catfishing exists. Very aware. I've seen the show. Max is my homeboy. But so eventually I'm like, "Hey," this is before COVID and all that shit. I'm like, "Hey, let's just get together for a coffee. It'd be fun to hang out for a little bit." There's a place down here in Tempe Marketplace. We got a real nice coffee shop there. I'm thinking we're somewhere really public that I can't get stabbed at or lessen my chances of being murdered.
Oh yeah.
And so let's meet somewhere very public. And let's get together and just hang out. See, because talking to somebody via text is very different than talking to them in person. That courage that you get behind a keyboard immediately is gone, and then you're left at your own true wit. You know what I mean? So we go to meet up at this place. She agrees, and then we show up. Turns out when we get there, the coffee shop has been closed permanently, and I just didn't know. And so there's no, it's like boarded up, and I'm walking in from like the far end. I can see it from a distance. Like I see the particle board nailed over the windows and shit like that. I'm like, God damn it, it's fucking closed. And then so I was like, that's all right, I'll go and I will wait for her until she gets here, because she texted me that she was running a little bit late. No big deal, I kind of was too. And so I'm walking up, and hey, how you doing, people walking by. Some girl says hi to me while I'm walking in. I say hi back, and then she says my name, and then I kind of turn around and I look at her, and then I kind of do a squint and realize, oh shit, that's her. Like, and then when I'm kind of staring at her from a distance still, I realize her photos were so fucking filtered that like her filtered photos had filters on them, to the extent that I couldn't really recognize her at all. Where it's just like, who the fuck even are you? Oh my God. And then you get there, what we're supposed to do is shut down, and it's just like, fuck, man, like, what am I supposed to do now? So she suggests there's a place across the way we can get ice cream. Let's have an ice cream, whatever. So I'm not an asshole. I'm severely disappointed. Not an asshole. I go and I have ice cream with this girl.
Like, let's go Dutch on some ice cream. Sure. You pay for yours, I'll pay for mine.
We'll go Dutch. And anyway, and here's the thing is, she would have been like a cool friend to have, like immediately would have been in that zone, like kind of complain to about shit just in general, because she kind of got it. But like when you lie to me about, you're lying to me about who you are. You don't have to do that. I'm not a shallow dude. Like maybe something could have came out of it later, but I'm like, listen, here's the thing. When you tell me that you're blonde with like green eyes, and it turns out you're a redhead with, I don't even remember what color eyes, but they sure as shit weren't blue. and have like gauged ears from the past, and they're like all, it looked like somebody grabbed her by the ear and just blew a hole through it with a shotgun, and it was subpar. Anyway, I gotta go to my parents' house, which I did, it was true. And anyway, I gotta go have a wonderful night. And I said, hey,
what time is it?
I'll text you later. And I never spoke to her ever again after that.
That's amazing. I had one. I think it was. I don't remember which one it was, honestly, because it's so long ago. But I've got a couple. So there was one. God, it was a holiday. I can't remember if it was like July 4th or New Year's Eve or whatever. But I went on this date with this chick, and I was in Surprise. I live in Surprise, and there was that one bar right down the street from me that I liked a lot. It was the Irish Wolfhound, and we ended up meeting there. And I drank a little bit more than I should have, and by a little bit more, I mean
strong.
Yeah, I went hard, and we were playing darts and pool and shit, and my buddy Rob was coming over like later that day for the holiday. We were just gonna spend the my buddy Rob and I were just gonna spend the evening together. And, but I had this date already planned, and honestly didn't see it going anywhere. She was a nice enough girl, but in my inebriated state, I ended up like it went fairly well in my mind, and at the end I was like, hey, do you want to come to my house? My buddy Rob's gonna be there, so I mean, if you want to just swing by, you're more than welcome. Which, you know, in hindsight is like, hey, do you really want to get raped right now? Like that had to be what that sounded like to her. It's like, we just met, but if you want to get raped at my house by me and my friend, then fucking you're more than welcome. Come on over.
Hey, if you want to get held at knife point, I got an idea.
Yeah, she was just like, no thanks. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Good call. Smart.
Me and my buddy Robert are just gonna drink and hold each other. It's fine. Ah, Christ.
You want to get raped at knife point?
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it was without saying it. You know what I mean? It's I mean, that wasn't gonna happen.
No, of course not. Listen, you can't joke about rape.
Can't you? Anyway.
Here goes.
And I'm banned from Twitch.
And that's how that goes. See you on YouTube, guys, where there is no moral compass. Okay, let's talk about Super Ghetto Girl, because it's a short story. So I talked to this girl. This is actually one of the first girls I ever talked to on the app. And I talked to her for a little bit, and she's a little out of the gate. I'm like, okay, you're a little above average crazy cakes, but you're still fun to talk to at the same time. So I'm going to put up with it and just see. Again, let's see where this goes. So we talked for a while, and then she ghosts me for some reason because I was still living with my ex-wife and that bothered her. And honestly, that's kind of fair. So I wind up meeting up with her.
I'm biased.
I'd
go on a date with you even though you live with your ex-wife, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's fine. But anyway, we decided let's hang out once, and she was just like out the gate, let's meet up at your place, which I'm like, selfishly, I'm like, fucking awesome. I don't have to drive anywhere.
And that saves me some money.
I'm into that. And she was fine with it, so she drove from the south end of town all the way to the north end of town where I live, and shows up. And this girl is super, super sweet, like churchgoer, like talked about things like that. Call it what it is, bro. Don't give me that fucking look. And nice enough anyway, right? nice enough. And definitely didn't interlude what was coming. Shows up to my house. I go and I'm like, hey, I'll help you find a parking spot. Just call me when you get here and I'll help you park. And so what I did, because I'm a fucking gentleman, was I moved my car in the middle of the day so that when she came over, she could take my parking spot because parking fills up at night. So just take my covered spot that no one else can park in. So showed her what I go outside and she pulls up
his apartment all the time.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
I don't give a shit.
First thing she says to me as she pulls up into her car was, hey pimpin', where you wanna meet a park? Hey pimpin', where you wanna meet a park? I said spot number 7, please. And then she comes in and we put on TV, and the thing that sucks is I don't pay for cable like most Americans now, I assume. Yeah. So the only thing that I can think of to put on is, of course, Netflix.
Is that Los Angeles? Oh, okay.
So she thinks we're gonna like fucking Netflix and chill, and I'm just like, when are you planning on going home? Because it was I'm pretty sure that this girl has used the N-word 40 times that day, and I didn't. And I'm just like, I gotta get you the fuck out of here. And so eventually time passes. I'm clearly not interested. She's not stupid. She's just ghetto as all shit. Realizes I'm not interested. And so she's like, I'm just gonna go. I'm like, that's great. Do you want me to walk you to your car? And she's like, I'm good. But I'm like, we're the best. Just go out to the left. It's just down that way. She's got it pretty much figured out. So she leaves. The next day, she was like, hey, so I really want to talk to you. And I'm like, hey, blocked.
Did you really?
Yeah, across the board.
Holy shit, I don't remember that part of that story.
I may have forgotten to tell you about that. But yeah, she definitely wanted to talk to me the next day. I gave her the block on the cell, block on the app, and pretty much block across all social platforms that she had made available to me.
So Alan says, hey, I have a question. Did that ghetto girl say bet a lot? Like, if you asked a question, did she just respond with bet?
She responded with, oh, shut up. Wish I was making that part up. Every time I'd crack a joke, because I'm fucking hilarious. Oh, shut up. And then there was just this look. I'll make you waffles now so that you can get the fuck out. Let's just skip to that part. You taking that shit to go.
Oh man, let me think of another one. There was another one that I went and I took her to the Irish Wolfhound because that's the place to go and surprise.
Spot to try.
Yeah, it's really the only bar. That's worth a damn. But I went there and took her there, and then we sat down, and then started getting to know each other and whatnot. And she started talking to me about her. This is gonna sound like a dick. She started talking about her hopes and her dreams.
Cut that shit off immediately. This is first date.
And she started talking to me about how she needs to get married before her brother does. And I'm like, this is an awkward first date conversation. Awesome. She's like, so if you're not in, she didn't say this, but it was pretty much, hey, if you're not in this for getting married, whatever. I was like, nah, this is, yep, pretty much. So that one,
Clipped.
I deliberately started drinking heavily, and
oh, so much more wine, sir.
And I actually started noticeably hitting on our waitress. Like,
strong.
It was blatantly hitting on our waitress, and she was still fucking into it. And then I was like, no, you are damaged goods. And come to find out, actually, this chick met one of my friends' friends on a dating app, and he had a very similar experience with this chick. I was like, oh wow. But yeah, and then she would text me from time to time. She's like, oh, I see you're just in it for one thing. And I was like, not really, just not feeling you at all. And yeah, that's where that one ended.
All right, you ready for here's my bra, where's your money?
Yes.
All right, this one's pretty strong. Okay, I never met this one. This one was pretty, I want to say within a couple of hours. So I meet this girl on the app again. This one was like weird though, because it was like based off, like it has like a things that you're into and things that are like deal breakers or whatever. And she's like, I absolutely will not date anyone with kids. So I'm like, all right, well,
bye.
Listen, if you don't want the vitamin E don't want you either. Right? So I get a message from her though. It's like, hey, what's up? Awesome. Hey, what's up? Awesome. And my first thought immediately out the gate is, you don't speak English very well. Maybe a cool accent? We'll see what's happening. So I start talking to this girl, and it was like 2 a.m. she hits me up. I'm like, I gotta fucking go to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow though. I'm up at whatever time. Hit me up anytime. And she's like, well, hit me up on WhatsApp and we can talk there because it's easier. And I'm like, maybe they have like a better grammar check or something. Like, I don't know. I don't use fucking WhatsApp. I'm white as shit. I don't use that. So go to bed, wake up next day, download this fucking app. And I'm just like, hey, it's Bloody. How's it going? And then she hits me up with, hey boo, how you is? Awesome. And then immediately sends me a picture of her in a bra. And I'm like,
why wouldn't you?
This seems normal. Like, and here's the thing. Sending people a picture of your unmentionables, you out without anything of like, hey, what do you do for a living? Hey, what's your family like? Here's my tatas. Let's just get these out of the way. Let's just lead with that, right? And hello, Marie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Listen, if anything ever happens between you and Sutty, you give me a call.
For sure.
I love you.
I love you too, brother bear. Anyway, so this chick sends me now not 1, not 2, not 3, but several pictures of her scantily clad.
Yeah.
And, okay, and here's the thing. Normally, I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of into that a little bit. At least a little bit. You'd be trying to be gentlemanly about it. But at the same time, not many dudes complain about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna complain now. If you are sending shit like that, for the love of God, maybe do a sit-up. Maybe like have something to be like, I shouldn't. The poor girl clearly had zero self-esteem, where she was like, I gotta do this to maybe find myself a dude, when in reality, maybe let's get witty, let's learn to speak English correctly, let's write a sentence that doesn't end in awesome, because she did that every single time, to the extent today I still don't know why. Like, I don't know why she ended every single sentence she sent me with awesome. I thought maybe it was just like an auto thing, like it's a signature that automatically sends through. But I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's like, that's the only thing that made sense to me. Or maybe she was calling me awesome because I am, and that makes sense. But it
That's
just,
just a pet name.
but there was never punctuation. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to tell me other than you want me to look at your boobs, which I did. And now where do we go? So
My
anyway,
chat is lighting up with awesome, hashtag awesome. Totally awesome.
awesome.
Hi, Sutty. Awesome. Hi, Zandero.
So then
And Road Guy.
so then after this, I'm like, oh, side note, she's sending me all this, then sends me a video of her clearly naked under some sheets. But like you could tell, because there's no straps up here, and I don't believe that she spent the money for a strapless. So I'm like, side note, in a conference call with every single member of my department and the director and VP. Meanwhile, this broad is trying, I don't even know what she's doing, but she's just sending me a lot of shit that this is not the time or place for right now. So I politely tell her, politely, I'm on a conference call right now. Let me touch base with you when I'm done. To which she responds every 5 minutes, are you done, awesome? Where I just had to be like, I don't fucking know. And luckily my phone's on fucking vibrate, because this sounds like I got a goddamn tattoo gun going. Like, I don't know what to do other than, like, I can't rip the battery out. It's a goddamn iPhone. And so anyway, I text her back finally and say, hey, I'm available. What's going on? To which she responds with, can you send me $50 on Cash App? Awesome. And I respond back with, for what? I should have said no, but
Yeah.
now I'm curious.
I would be curious too, like,
What do you need $50 for? We all know today that the correct answer is methamphetamines. But at that time, this could be anything. Let's see what happens. She responds with a video message of her crying, saying that she needs $50 because her daughter is in the hospital, and if she doesn't pay them, CPS is going to take her away.
did you respond? Oh, girl, you got kids? We're done.
I responded back with, no. And then she sent me roughly 45 minutes saying, please, awesome, I know you have it, awesome. Send it to me on Cash App, awesome. I have Venmo, awesome. I have PayPal, awesome. And I'm like, hey, I'm sure you do. I'm not giving you a fucking dime. And then I hit block. And then I was like,
Mumble said, that's really sad, awesome.
and I was like, I'm keeping them titties, awesome.
And then he's like, for a $50 hospital bill, she literally would have just gotten a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Checks out.
Strong.
She went through triage. That's so good. Hi, Road Guy. Road Guy says it's an obvious scam. Obvious.
Yeah. I just wanted her to actually say, if she actually would have said I need it for meth, I might have sent it to her. You know what?
Well, no, if she would have needed it for meth, man, she wouldn't have needed to do crunches. Needed to do some sit-ups.
Oh, I know, but maybe she was like a fresh user.
Right,
I don't know how that works. But my God, that poor girl.
I got Catfish one time. Some chick, her and I were talking. She was real awesome, real sweet girl.
Awesome.
Awesome. She was really cool. She was really cool, awesome. She ended up fessing up to me before we met, which, admirable.
Respect, yeah. I guess.
Yeah. But she confessed and sent me this little video and was like, hey, I know this is what you were expecting, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like we had a connection. I'm like, no, not that much of a connection. Like, she was a big girl. Like, that's a huge bitch. She's a big one.
Keep it in the circus, man.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, I appreciate you being honest. But no, thank you. And yeah, moving on. That one, not the longest story in the world, but it happened.
I just feel like it's like, here's the thing. You don't need to be a size 0. Like, don't be scared. Just be.
Uh-huh.
Where do you go, my lovely?
Anyway.
That's it. Those are the stories I'm willing to tell. To be fair, too, most of the girls that I've met on that were very nice, and nothing inherently wrong with them. Just nothing there. It's okay.
Dating apps are funny because, well, like when you look at the ads for them.
Oh, there are a lot of pretty people.
Oh, beautiful people on the screens and whatnot. You're like, oh, let me sign up for this. And you get on there, you're like, oh,
that's not real.
Oh, these are the real people that are on here. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Hey, I have this week's in dumbs.
Way to go, buddy.
Any prep.
I appreciate you. In lieu of that, I had prepared several with the belief that you would do nothing. You're welcome.
Good call. Thank you.
This week in dumb. Let's talk about the dumbest news stories from 2 weeks ago, because we didn't cast last week.
Marie wants me to tell you that we have a newborn.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, well that's our excuse. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we I was planning on doing some show prep, but we fell asleep.
You get a pass.
7:30.
I'm not mad at you, baby. Honestly, I enjoy doing this. I looking at funny news stories about stupid people and chuckling.
Being stupid. Yeah.
I say, and then I write it down.
Hey, bud, give me just a second. I'm gonna get
I
this,
need coffee. It's good. Take your time.
All right,
I'm out.
sweet. All right.
1 hour later.
In the name of love. One night in the name of love. You crazy fool. I won't give in to you. Don't leave me this way. Breaks are done. Get back. The Offspring.
Hi guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. God, you are a handsome kid. You look so much like me. You're like one of my favorite people.
Look ugly.
You are stunningly attractive.
You're looking at your future, James.
No, not.
This could be you. You have all the proper genetics.
All right, this week in dumb. Let's do it. So we can play
Penis
some of that.
face masks sales save Utah nonprofit.
What?
Penis face mask sales save Utah nonprofit. So
Hey, everybody's got to have their niche.
face masks are a thing now. We all wear them so that we do not have COVID and die or spread it to our loved ones who are immune compromised.
Hey, yeah.
So this company has now made a fortune after struggling for many years by putting out the first face masks featuring penises just all up over them.
So it's just, is it like a 2D penis over the face mask, or is it like a unicorn horn out of the mouth?
2D. They're just covered in like little patterns of
Like a smile,
little penises.
Like a penis smile.
Some of them
If
are
it
like
were
really
like
big,
banana shape.
and it looks like it's entering the mouth hole.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are really small and just dotted all over. You have penis options when it comes to face masks, and it is saving that Salt Lake City
A local
nonprofit.
business. Support your local businesses.
They have
It's a
sold
nonprofit.
11,000 cock block corona masks, raising more than $100,000, all of which are going to the UHRC. Project
That is
hashtag Project Penis Mask. Catch it up on your
feel
favorite
like-
social.
I feel like it should have been Project Cockblock if they're calling them Cockblock penis masks. I'm sure it does.
Save your face with penises.
Mhm. Amen.
Next one coming out of North Korea.
Yep.
North Korean founder Kim Il-sung did not have the ability to teleport, state media admits.
No way.
So it turns
Next,
out,
you're gonna tell me he poops too.
I know, he didn't invent everything. And and it turns out his people actually really are starving. The world gasps in surprise and shock. But he does still claim that fairies are real.
Of course they are.
And that's that whole story. Let's move on. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's coming out of Michigan. Detroit, what? Detroit, what? Michigan man plans to steal helicopter for hospital attack to free COVID-19 patients, the police say.
What?
Jesse McFadden was taken into custody.
Jesus.
So this guy is clearly handicapped, has 0 teeth, and very handicapped. So he was probably off of his meds, and by probably I mean absolutely, most definitely off of his meds. And Senior Jesse here decided he's gonna steal a helicopter, crash it into the top of a hospital, and black ops his way, thank you buddy, straight into a hospital to save all the COVID-19 patients from their imprisonment.
That's noble, I guess.
Update to the story, he was not successful in commandeering said helicopter.
That's a
Also,
shame.
he doesn't know how to fly a helicopter.
I was gonna say, I wonder how many flight hours is logged.
I don't know, meth's a hell of a drug, buddy.
Here's what we're gonna do, man. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a fucking chopper. We're gonna get a fucking chopper. We're gonna save these fucking COVID patients. We're gonna go to St. fucking Jude's. All the kids are there. We gotta save the fucking kids because the kids are our future. They're our future.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how that conversation went down.
yeah, that's
Nobody
gonna
else
be
was
it.
involved. It was just him in the mirror.
Yeah, him and the 4 friends that weren't with him.
Oh man. Hey, I've got one. In the,
Hit me,
in the
baby.
time that
Hit me, baby, one more time.
So, teen burglar kills a goldfish because he didn't want to leave any witnesses. So this
Strong, I
kid
respect that.
fucking-
He's getting shit done.
This kid burgled a house. He stole a Switch, a CD player, 30 games, 30 DVDs, a BB gun, jewelry, and fire safe containing personal papers and photographs from Arlington Heights. And 3 teenagers were arrested, and a 16-year-old involved with the incident reportedly told officers he didn't want to leave any witnesses, so he killed the family's goldfish. Police called the goldfish killing disturbing, and the 16-year-old faces cruelty to animals.
Animal cruelty charges. I was curious if they're going to hit him with that.
To a residential burglary charge. He and his accomplices will be tried in juvenile court.
Try it. That's a fucking serial killer in training.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys take the Switch and the DVDs.
I got
I'll
this.
handle this.
It's goldfish, man.
Didn't say what he did. He's probably described by the tails like, yeah, you die.
You remember this face. I did this to you. And it's like,
He's probably just dangling it over the water like, oh, I bet you wish you could get back in there, huh? I bet you do.
he was airboarding it.
Yeah. Airporting it.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to kill it. I was trying to scare it.
Ah, Christ.
All right, last story. And this one comes out of Europe. Yorkshire, as a matter of fact. This one is the Hull School, Hull, Hull School, is very sorry after pupils researched porn for homework on the web. And one of these students took a picture of it. Now, keep in mind, these students are of ages 7, 8, and 9, and had to, I'll read off the questions. Define sexuality, define drag queen, define heterosexual, define homosexual, define
high ladyboy,
transvestite, good job, define transgender pornography, define pornography, define soft porn, define hardcore porn, define revenge porn, and define sexting.
Revenge porn? Really?
7, 8, and 9-year-olds had questions for their parents, who responded to the school with, well, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah.
What are you trying to teach them?
Define bukkake.
Next line was drugs underlined, but it cuts off there.
Holy shit.
So there were some
That's
questions,
fantastic.
and a teacher was let go.
Weird. No way.
And the headmaster of the school says, I am genuinely sorry if parents and students have unnecessarily researched any of these phrases, and for any offenses caused by this, a mistake.
What parent is like, well, teacher's teacher, let's do this. Let's get in it. I guess now's the time, little Timmy. We're going to have this conversation.
Kids are going to their dads, and they're all like, my time has come. I can help you with your homework.
This day was foretold. Oh man, that's funny. Who does that? What parent is like, well, all right, so you're gonna need to stay up late with me 2 a.m. We're gonna need to watch some Cinemax. That'll get you some softcore porn where it looks like they're fucking the belly button somehow.
And they were.
Yeah. Now you want hardcore? Here's my top 3 sites. Here, I went ahead and created an account because the algorithm works better and it gets my kinks more narrowed down.
Yeah.
So the recommended videos are more in line with what I want, but I don't want this to define you and your kinks. You're gonna have your own kinks, and you live your truth. That's what I want you to do.
Oh God. Parents later disappointed in lackluster homework assignments. All right, it's time. We're an hour into this bitch. Let's get it rolling.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's give the people what they want. All right.
Maybe you want to play again?
The Rotten Tomatoes game.
You want to play it? Rotten Tomatoes game? All right, Marie's gonna play again. Also,
I fucking love this.
Samara's gonna play too.
She's gonna fail.
Everybody's gonna play. Ugh. You want to explain the rules real quick?
The rules are as follows. For the Rotten Tomatoes game, you are shooting for the lowest score you can possibly get. It works just like golf. For every movie that I provide you, I will give you the director, the writer, who stars in it, what year it was made, along with the synopsis of the film. After that, you will guess the Rotten Tomatoes score for the film. For every 1 percentage point you are off, you will gain 1 point. Now, should the exception happen where you guess it exactly right, you will have a deduction of 5 points. It has been done. Our friend Sutty here has done it multiple times, and I've never done it once. For instance, let's do our favorite of Gone in 60 Seconds. Should you choose to pick this at a normal score of 75, you'll find out that that scored actually at just 25 points, gaining you 50 points and absolutely fucking the rest of your game over the rest. You will be given 5 different movies, allowing you to amass a score hopefully under 100 points. Players, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your first film. Henry Roth is a man afraid of commitment up until he meets the beautiful Lucy. They hit it off, and Henry thinks he's found the girl of his dreams until he discovered she has short-term memory loss and forgets him the next day. This one was directed by Peter Segal, written by George Wing, starring Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, and Rob Schneider. From 2004, 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates. This was one of the better Adam Sandler movies. That's not saying a lot, right? Because there was that period of like 5 to 7 years where he was just fucking pumping them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking pumping those things out. So I would say it's fresh, not super fresh though. I'd say 68%. Yeah. What do you think? Marie says 65%. And Road Guy says he still does pump him out, just no one cares.
No one gives a shit. All right. The score for 50 First Dates. Critics took a collective shit all over this film, bringing it in at rotten 45%.
Ooh, oh man.
Sorry, guys. You both
Yeah.
gain 20 plus points.
He did.
Now, in the early scene, a dentist and a woman are in a dentist chair and are seen talking to each other. The woman was actually playing the dentist is Jackie Sandler, Adam Sandler's wife. And the woman in the chair is played by Linda Segal, director Pete Segal's wife, who is actually a dentist.
Oh wow.
IRL. And that's stands for in real life for all of us over the age of 30.
Was she Asian?
Which one? His wife?
Seagal's wife, yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Sure. If I say yes, will that please the missus? Yes, then she's very Asian. I'm going to say of Korean descent. Maybe Filipino. I don't know. Up next. Oh, wait, sorry. More. The diner where Lucy has her breakfast every morning was originally a house that was remodeled for the movie. It is located on a macadamia nut farm in the eastern side of Oahu.
Ooh,
The same house was used in Tears of the Sun and scenes from the original 1993 Jurassic Park. And those are all filmed in the fields nearby.
No shit.
And this was actually originally titled as 50 First Kisses, but was changed to avoid confusion with Drew Barrymore's movie Never Been Kissed, and that title was fucking gay. Also, fun fact here for you, this was the first film to ever be released on Blu-ray in 2006.
No shit, really?
Very first ever.
The first ever.
And yes, every movie does have this much follow-up fun. Is that what we're going to call it? Follow-up fun? Next movie. Are we ready? Sutty, are you ready? Marie, are you ready?
Yeah.
This film follows the lives of 8 very different couples in dealing with their love lives and various loosely interrelated tales, all set during a frantic month before Christmas in London, England. This was written and directed by Richard Curtis, starring Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Liam Donkey Dick Neeson, Alan Rickman, Emma Thompson, Bill Nighy, Laura Linney.
Exactly, dude. We just watched all the Underworld movies, and I'm like, it's Bill Nighy.
From 2003, Love Actually.
Oh God, I love this movie. Like,
I own this
a lot.
on multiple formats, and I have
Here's
a
the thing,
Love
right?
Actually Christmas ornament. Come at me.
Do you really?
I do. I fucking love this movie.
So Bill Nighy. My first experience with him was in Underworld. I didn't realize that he was like a comedic actor mostly.
Right.
And then I saw him in Love Actually. I was like, oh shit, you're not Victor the Vampire. You're the silly old guy.
He's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
Funny dude.
Kind of like, right? Billy Connolly from Boondock Saints. I didn't realize he was a comedic actor when I saw him in Boondock Saints.
He's all fucking rock and roll.
But I'm gonna say this one is fresh at 83%.
Marie.
Marie is saying fresh at 78. Come on, baby.
Now, this film did fare better than the aforementioned 50 First Dates / 50 First Kisses. Comes in at fresh 64%. And again, you both gain like a shitload of points.
Jesus.
Marie, you're kicking his ass, taking names. Now, Chris Marshall returned his paycheck for the scene. Now, he was the guy, do you remember? I'm Colin, god of sex. Do you remember that guy?
Yes.
Chris Marshall actually returned his paycheck for the scene where the 3 American girls undress him. He said he had such a great time having 3 girls undress him for 21 takes that he was willing to do it for free and thus returned his check for that day.
That's amazing.
I would enjoy that too, but God knows I'd keep the check. When casting
name?
Chris Marshall.
What was the dude's name? Chris Marshall.
God of sex. When casting the part for Sarah, writer and director Richard Curtis. Now this is Laura Linney's character, the one who kept calling her her handicapped brother. When casting the part for Sarah, writer and director Richard Curtis auditioned a great many British girls, but kept saying, I want someone more like Laura Linney. The casting director eventually snapped at him and said, oh, for fuck's sake, get Laura Linney then. Linney then auditioned for the part. And she got it. Shocking. On the Lake, in which Lucia Munoz, now this is the girl that was Colin Farrell's love interest, that was the house slave. I don't know, what do you call them?
Slave.
What do you call them?
Maid?
Yeah, sure, whatever. In the lake with Lucia Munoz and Colin Firth are swimming was actually only 18 inches deep. They had to kneel down and pretend to be in deeper water. It was also overrun by mosquitoes, and Colin Firth was so badly bitten, his elbow swelled up to the size of an avocado, requiring medical attention.
Avocado?
An avocado.
Oh, dude, speaking of, man, it's definitely summertime here. I went outside to go change Loki's water. Like, he has a whole pail, like
so
a
gross.
steel pail of water. And there are like just 18 mosquitoes just hanging out inside.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. Perfect.
Awesome. This is good. And the airport greeting footage, you know, at the beginning of the movie and at the very end of the movie, when they're talking about how when the towers fell and the people on the planes were making phone calls that they were of love and never of hate. The airport greeting footage at the end of the movie and at the beginning is completely real. The writer and the director, Richard Curtis, again his name, in case you forgot, had a team of cameramen fill at Heathrow Airport for a week. And whenever they saw someone that would fit what they were looking for, they then asked them to sign a permission to use the footage.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's all real. None of that was bullshit. Bullshit. Are you ready for your next film? Sutty, are you ready? Yeah. Marie, are you ready? Have you gathered the theme on this one? Great first date movies. Great first date movies.
Oh, okay.
Duh, I mean, fuck. All right. Goaded by his buddies, a nerdy guy who's never done the deed only finds the pressure mounting when he meets a single mom. This was written and directed by Judd Apatow.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Steve Carell, Catherine Kinnear, Paul Rudd, and Seth Rogen. From 2005, The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Alan says, greatest first date movie, The Hills Have Eyes.
That probably would
Holy
be better.
shit.
That is aggressive.
Wait, say that again. What movie is it?
The 40-Year-Old Virgin,
Oh,
duh.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Fucking asshole.
Okay, that's fresh for sure, man. Because Steve Carell is phenomenal in it. Marie says 89%. I'm gonna say 87%.
If we do this again, I'm gonna make you guys write down your answers and show me a fucking card. I feel like you're influencing each other, and I don't like it. This film is actually quite fresh. What does that mean, 70%? Does it mean a full 100, maybe 90? We don't know. We do know it comes in fresh, certified so, at 85%.
Ooh.
Both of you did great on that one. I thought one of you was going to nail it for sure.
I was hoping.
All right, so here's some fun facts on this
great.
film that you may know and some you may not.
Oh yeah, Steve Carell actually got his hair ripped off.
The scene where Andy had his chest hair removed required 5 cameras set up for the shot. Steve Carell's chest hair was actually ripped out for the scene. Carell told the director, Judd Apatow, just before shooting the scene, it has to be real or it won't be as funny if it's mocked up or if it's special effects. You have to see that this is really happening. The scene had to be done in one shot. Kelly Clarkson. And then the entire "You Know How I Know You're Gay" scene was improvised by Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen. Completely improvised.
When we go out to eat, you like to eat on the terrace.
You know how I know you're gay? You like cocks.
Like shit.
You know how I know you're gay? You listen to Coldplay.
Dude, I love that whole thing. It's so good.
Then also Steve Carell's
the way they're playing video games at
Yeah.
the time bugs the shit out of me.
That's not how you play video games.
That way.
Did you know that Steve Carell's then 80-year-old parents went to see the film and then he was embarrassed by that?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They were
And
80 at the time?
yeah, his parents were very old and they saw it in theaters. The We Sell Your Stuff on eBay store was actually a real store, and it was actually written into the script after they'd picked a location and it was across the street.
No
Like,
shit.
we're fucking adding that in.
It's like, you have the most pointless store, and we use it?
They said yes.
Because that's the only money they made.
And I'm sure they're still in business today. They're not. They're very out of business. All right, your next film. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. While helping his latest client woo the woman of his dreams, a professional date doctor finds that his game doesn't quite work on the gossip columnist with women whom he's smitten. This was directed by someone you don't know, written by someone you even less know, starring Will Smith, Ava Mendes, and Kevin James. From a year that I forgot to write down, Hitch. 2005. She got it. She wins the points. None of them.
Hey.
No points. 0. She's gonna win.
0 points were awarded that day. This was good, man. I liked it a lot.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I fucking hated this movie.
Did you really?
With like
Why?
like all of my, I thought it was stupid. The whole thing was stupid. And I don't like Kevin James, and I don't really like Will Smith either, unless he's in Bad Boys 2 specifically.
Or 3?
I said 2. I stand by my statement. Actually, he was fucking badass in 3 too. Don't tell nobody though. I got an image to uphold.
I haven't seen 3 yet.
It was awesome. It was fucking cool.
I like Kevin James. I like Kevin James' stand-up more than I do any of his acting stuff. His
Really?
stand-up stuff's really funny. Yeah.
You want to come over and watch The King of Queens with me?
There's one bit that he did from his stand-up that I remember vividly. He's like, I was dating this girl one time, and she used to, like, I travel a lot for work, you know, to do shows and whatnot, and she said she would just say the most random shit to me. Like, we'd talk on the phone, and she'd be like, man, I wish I had a a magic carpet so I could just come see you. And he's like, yeah, I do too, baby. That'd be great. It's like, I'd be there in like 3.5 hours. It's like, it's like it's a magic carpet. Why would it take you 3.5 hours? Like, why that long?
That seems long.
The magic carpet. Just fucking get here. But yeah. So Hitch, I'm gonna say fresh, but not very. 67%.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Marie says 56.
Marie, learn to stand by your man. This film was fresh at 68%.
Oh god damn it! It was so close.
All right, little fun facts about this. Ava Mendes quit acting in 2014 after Ryan Gosling knocked her up and they had 2 kids. Please start acting again, Ava. Please. Will Smith was in Bad Boys 2. The movie was better.
Ava Mendes?
Yeah, twice.
What?
Will Smith was in Bad Boys 2. That movie was better than this one. Go watch Bad Boys 2. Next film.
Is she batshit crazy? Marie says Ava Mendes is batshit crazy.
Let's follow the graph of hot to crazy. And we'll see that she is within acceptable limits.
Yeah. Broke his dick off.
Awesome. Awesome. I would totally let Ava Mendes break off my wiener. She can have it. That's hers now. Take it home, baby girl. It's all for you. Pray to it like an idol, and that you're some poor South American villager. I don't know. Fucking all right. You ready for your next film?
Yes.
All right.
It's the last one, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Sure is. A shallow man falls in love with a 300-pound woman because of her inner beauty. This one was directed by Bobby Farrelly and Peter Farrelly, the Farrelly brothers. Also
Jack
written.
Black.
Can you just let me get through it? This would go faster.
Sorry,
We're like an hour and 20 minutes because you keep interrupting me. God damn it.
Is that why? Is that why?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with my inabilities to get through a story in a reasonable time, and everything to do with you interrupting me, making shit hard. Sorry, bro. I got a little passionate about my podcast here.
All right.
This was written. Sure, you don't have anything to interject here? By
Written by who?
Sean Moore and Peter Farrelly, starring Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow from 2001, Shallow Hal. Good fucking luck.
Shallow Hal. Oh my god.
Shallow Hal gets a gal. Shallow Hal gets a gal. That happened in that movie.
Shit. I liked this movie a lot. I really did. Fucking what's his name? Jason Alexander was in this movie too. He was. You don't need to
Okay.
look. He just was.
So was Tony Robbins.
I like this movie a lot. I don't think it was received well at all, so I'm going to say rotten at 47%.
Marie, what say you?
She says 51.
Yeah, you're totally not influencing each other at all. Not even a little
She said
bit.
she already had it in their head, that number.
This one was, I thought this was gonna be a lot harder for you. It was rotten, but barely at 50%. You gained like a point. Marie, you gained 3. You guys did really good this game. Ironically, Jack Black had to lose weight for this film. And it was Jack Black's first lead role in a picture and movie.
Really?
I'm sure they took pictures while they were there. Paltrow, bitch, said she was taken aback by the way people treated the overweight people. In a W magazine interview, Paltrow says, the first day I tried the fat suit on, I was in the Tribeca Grand Hotel in New York City, and I walked through the lobby. It was so sad. It was so disturbing. No one would make eye contact with me because I was obese. Also,
Man, life was so hard for 5 minutes.
Goop is weird, so is Gwyneth Paltrow. She killed Tony Stark, eat a dick. All right, let's add up your scores.
Yeah.
Sutty, your score was... Sutty, your score is 48.
That's not terrible.
That's a great game. That's not even half. That's what I get on my first film. Marie, can you best Sutty's score of a mere 48?
I think she might have done it, honestly.
Honestly, so you're not lying right now?
Honestly.
Marie, good news for you. Today, you have placed second. Sutty, you won. Everyone saw that coming. No, nay.
By how much?
Sutty with a second place. Marie with a third. Glasses Girl wins at a perfect 0. For guessing Hitch. That's all it took. You both suck at this game.
What's her score?
0.
No, Marie.
I don't know. I just wanted to make her feel like she was part of the show. You're doing great back there. You laugh at my jokes sometimes. I appreciate that. I mean, if you could laugh a little bit more, I'd appreciate it more. We'll get there.
She just laughed a little more.
Oh, I can see her. Oh, I see her back there with her glasses. Judging, always looking.
What was Marie's score?
51. She missed by 3. You were 48.
Close. All right. We're gonna bring it home. Bring it on in.
Bring it on in, baby girl.
Take me home, country roads,
to a place where I belong.
West Virginia.
My woman.
There you go.
Take me home, country road.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming in for the sweet podcast where we talk about dating apps and the trials and tribulations of those things. But that being said, there is somebody out there for everybody. There's not, but I'm going to say that as a platitude for all the uggos out there. But it's been a blast talking about it. Everybody has shit stories about dating. Marie and I fucking, you know what you got to do? You guys just need to get a DUI. Marie and I met in a fucking DUI class.
And look at you now, thriving,
look at us now.
forever in love.
Yeah, fucking. Thanks for coming out. I have been SuttySmash. This.
Bloody the Elf reminding you that even though half of you are doomed to die alone, keep it posy.